So to go from the driver's side to the passenger side, I created this nice little wiring harness that butt connects directly to the passenger side tail light. Each light you can unplug and replace, and I put this nice wire loom, snake skin, whatever you want to call it. It kind of looks like snake skin to me. But in between, from the driver's side to the passenger side, I have marker lights on the rear of the trailer. And for that, as I get the passenger side mounted, I'm gonna take this wire, this loom, and I could push it together and open it up and pull my wires out. And I'm gonna put 2-pin watertight connectors in to plug into the back of the light into the wiring harness that I have. And if I never need to change the light, I just simply unplug it, pull the light out, splice this back into the new light, snap it back in the trailer, plug it in, and we are good to go. This would be held up. I got some tech clamps, some nice tech clamps with little rubber bushings on them. I'll probably strap my wiring with that, and I'll have to make a harness coming from the front to go to the side marker lights on each side of the trailer. I haven't quite figured that out, but as soon as I get there, I'm gonna show you guys. There might be some slight modification to the actual current housing or mount for the trailer. So I'll show you guys if I have to do that. But my plan is right now is to take the old light out. If I don't have to modify it or cut anything, set this in the old mounting spot, mark my holes in the back, drill some holes, bolt this in, and then this nice metal housing, if it gets hit, you know, all I have to do is unplug my marker light or my tail light and replace it, push it back into the rubber bushing. We're going down the road. I'm gonna add a few marker lights too, because I don't think it has enough. I don't think it looks right. What else? So I also bought a 4-pin connector, kind of like the 2-pin. It's exactly like the 2-pin. It's just 4 wires. And what I'm gonna do is where my 7-wire harness here comes to the back, to the trailer, the back of the trailer. Which some of these wires are not gonna be used. Like I'm probably gonna use these, and these probably will not be used. They probably won't have anything going to it because some of them's reverse lights. I think this is a reverse light. This is auxiliary power, according to the diagram. Probably won't use that. Maybe later on down the road, but as of right now, no. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook one to my black from both sides, one to my white, and one's gonna go to my brown. One's gonna go to my green or yellow, whatever it is, for the turn signals. Then I just plug it in, and I got a connection between my 2 harnesses. And if I ever need to adjust anything or pull new wires instead of cutting stuff, I simply can just unplug a few things and troubleshoot in certain sections where I need to go. This may be overkill. Some of you guys may say that in the comment, but I kind of sometimes overcomplicate things, overthink things. Then again, this may be ingenious. I don't know. You guys sure to let me know in the comments. I ask that you please subscribe to the channel. I know it's been a while since I posted something. Things have just been crazy, crazy hectic around the house. Starting a new career and stuff, so it'll start picking back up. So I ask you guys to please like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps my channel grow. Hopefully one day we can find us a nice project, get us a good project car. I am still looking. I'm just trying to find the right deal. So thank you guys. Stick around. I'll show you what we get into here soon. Hey guys. Sorry for the noise. Got the fan running. So after you feed your wire through the snake skin and pull it back tight and get all your slack out, this is what your wire will look like. Be nice and tight, Now all you got to do in order to put your pigtails in, how I'm going to do it, take your wire, snake skin I call it, wire loom, whatever you want to call it, grab it. You might have to feed you some slack. Let's see. Basically all you got to do is take it, get your little slack in it, and unloosen it so you can get you some slack, and it'll open it up, and you'll be able to pull your wire out. So like this, use a pick, that might help too. Move your little wires. There's your wire. Of course, you need to pull it out more than that, but you get the gist of it. You can manipulate this enough to get your wire out, to add in your connections here, to add on your running lights or your marker lights in the back. So that's what I'm ended up doing, is hooking all this up. I need to hook up the male end of this here plug-in. This is the 3-way plug that I hooked up for this harness. I'm gonna put the recipient end, this end, on my tail light harness. That way, all I have to do is just plug this in on the passenger side, turn it over to the driver's side, and I have a nice, neat wiring harness created for my trailer lights. Okay guys, I'll show you more once I get it more developed. Okay, so I have determined that some slight modifications will be required. So these lights are made, the brackets are made for like more of a traditional square light. In order to get these to fit in there pretty snug, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this top part here off, this piece, and then let it sit on top of that one, slide it in, mark my hose, and then I could bolt it from the back. So that's what we're gonna do on both sides. And then there's 3 marker lights right there. Those are the 3 marker lights that I'm gonna use those plug-ins for. Then we're gonna start pulling the old wiring out and start putting the new wiring in. But I wanna try to get these new housings mounted. Okay, I'll pick you guys back up in just a few minutes. Folks, quick update for you guys. I got the 2 lights mounted, or mounting, the brackets mounted, I guess you could say. One here, one over there. I pulled my marker lights out. I started pulling some wiring out. I got the 7-pin wire ram through. This is some of the stuff that I pulled out, just butt connectors and splices everywhere. It's a good thing this wasn't like a 110 or a house appliance, because this would have burnt to the ground like ridiculous. I have my 7-pin wire. It's got a tubing that runs through the edge of the framing of the trailer. I got my 7-pin wire pulled out to the rear axle here, and what I'm gonna do is cut me a little hole, or try to skin the 7-pin wire coating and pull out just the blue wire, which runs the electric brakes. Put that in a snake skin right there, hook that back up the wreck. And I think I'm gonna need a ground. I'm gonna have to double check with that, because they got 2 wires that's going to that, but it almost seemed like they had 2 wires going to 4 wires going to 1 wire, which doesn't make a lick of sense to me, but I don't know. After that, we got to go to the back, hook up across, put in our plug, make some 2-way wires for the running lights on the front of the trailer, which I pulled some wiring out that was actually pretty good still. So instead of using my wiring supply, I might split this into 2 and just use this. It'll be the same thing as long as I use the same color wire for each plug-in. Should be fine. I don't intend on getting rid of this trailer in no time soon. Sorry, I look a little rough. It's hot in this shop garage. But other than that, we're keeping it going. I think I'm going to start making the marker light horners. I think I want to add one right here in front of the fender here, because the only amber marker light is up here in the front, and I think it needs to have one somewhere right here in this stretch. So I think that'll make it look a little bit better. So that's probably what I'll end up doing, is adding another light. And then it's got tubing that runs across that I can run my wiring in, and I don't have to worry about zip tying and all that. I could just let it sit in the tubing and ride along. So I'll pick you guys up as soon as I start hooking everything back up and showing you guys exactly how I'm wiring in the marker lights and the tail lights and hooking the plug-ins up that I'm putting. And I'll show you the junction box. I'll show you the junction box once I get it mounted, which, like I said, some of these colors will not be used. There's a few colors in there that probably won't be used. It won't have power going to it. So, but we will double check that. So stick around, guys. As soon as I get some more going, I'll pick you guys back up. Okay. Whew. It's been a busy morning so far, folks. So I ordered some grommets for these taillights. It's a little rubber grommet. You cut a little slit in it, feed your wire through, keep it kind of watertight. And I got my taillights plugged in and in. I just got to wire them up. I added a marker light here. I have the wiring harness that I made for that I'm gonna wire in, excuse me, get that plugged in. And I think what I'm gonna do is for the trailer brakes, I wrote it out of which wire is which. On the 7-pin wire, there's a purple wire that originally is for reverse lights. If you have reverse lights on your trailer, which I'll probably never have that. It's not really a necessity. So what I'm gonna do, instead of having that hooked up to the purple in the junction box, I'm gonna use that as a ground for my trailer brakes. So I'm gonna have blue going to my trailer brakes as a hot, and the purple going with the white wire in the junction box as another ground for my trailer brakes. That way I can cut it here, cut the coating right here by the tire, pull those two wires out, put them in a snake's coating, wire them in with good butt connectors, make sure I got good connection, and run the rest of the wire to the back. That way I can plug in my lights. I still got to hook in the 3 marker lights in the back of the trailer. Still got a little bit to work through, but once I get it kind of sorted out, laying how I want it, all the wires where they need to be at, I will pick you guys up and show you everything that I did. And then after that, we'll test it, make sure everything looks good, everything works. But it's going pretty good. Just kind of a slow morning this morning. Got the taillights in. They look pretty good. I think it's going to look all right. It's going to look pretty good for sure. All right, guys. See you guys in a few. Okay, folks. This is what I got going on underneath here. So this is the junction box here. This is the frame rail. This here is the tubing that runs to the front. I'm gonna set a punch right here, that hole right there, and I'm gonna pop a hole there, pop a hole here, and then mount it securely, and then I'll be able to start hooking up my wires to the correct post, and then hook up those marker lights right over here, run them through this tube that's right here and hook them into the junction box, and we should be able to test it, and that should be about it. Okay guys, be right back. All right guys, good bit of progress has been made. I've got everything wired up. As far as tail lights are wired, got the brakes wired. I got these two marker lights wired. Sorry. I got these two to wire up and put the junction box on and pull the wire through the tube for the tongue of the trailer. Then that should be about it as far as wiring, and then we'll be able to test. So here in a minute, I'll set you guys up, and I'll show you where I'm gonna mount the junction box and hooking all that up. So guys, just stick around. I'll be right back. Okay folks, we got it done. I determined that I had a blown fuse in my truck after a little bit. Everything's working. It's the running lights. Here's the added lights that we put in. Nice and bright. Look all right. I appreciate you guys sticking around. I know this video was kind of all over the place. I'm hoping to have more content soon. Thank you for the guys that stuck around and watched this. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. I do hope to get better at this someday. I guess practice makes perfect. That's what they all say. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you on the next one.